Greetings and welcome to the Adrian Dominican Sisters presentation of A Sister Story. Today, I'm Sister Pego Flynn, and today we are having a conversation with our Sister Racquel Rones, who is presently residing in Adrian, Michigan. However, she is from the Philippines, so we're going to be having a very interesting conversation. And Racquel, if I talk too fast, just tell me to slow down. Okay? Yeah. All right. So Racquel, we'll let you begin and start off with your early beginnings, where you were born, and explain to us a little bit about where your hometown is from, Mabalacat. Okay. And maybe someone in our audience is from the Philippines. All right. You may begin.
Okay. Thank you, Peg. I was born in Mabalacat, Pampanga. So Pampanga is 80 plus kilometers away from Manila, which is the capital of the Philippines.
Right.
So we have like 3 large islands. It's Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Mindanao is the southern part. So we were 8 in the family.
Oh, okay.
6 girls and 2 boys.
Oh, my.
So my dad was not originally from Pampanga. He came from another province. And my mom came from the southern part of the Philippines in Visaya. Okay. So my dad speaks Tagalog. So my mom speaks Cebuano. And so then we were
different dialects.
It is a different dialect. So we were 7 of us born in Pampanga. So we were born and raised in Pampanga, and Pampanga has its own dialect too, like language. It's Kapampangan. So, and English was taught in the school growing up.
That's why your English is so perfect. Yeah.
No, not that perfect. So, growing up, I'm not really concerned about like that language, but when we speak that 4 languages, like mix into other one, like conversing in that kind of language. So I am happy to be part of a really big family. Culturally, we are really close-knit Filipino family.
Uh-huh.
So I am living with, then my paternal grandmother is living with us. I think her house, we live in her house.
Okay.
But I never met my grandfather in my father's side.
Okay.
So since our grandmother is living with us, so all of my dad's siblings, they come and go, to visit and to celebrate with us, like different occasions.
Mm-hmm.
And I have also many cousins. So, growing up.
What was it like in a family? Your family's rather large. What was it like around the supper table?
Well, it's like a big pot of rice steaming in the stove. And, we Filipinos really love to eat.
Okay.
And to celebrate, even we are poor, I don't know, but when there is like a celebration, we always cook, really cook.
Yeah.
Very different kinds of foods. So my mom is really religious. She taught us how to pray, and she usually tag us along in the church every Sunday and every feast day or like Christmas. We have this beautiful tradition that until now my siblings always do, like they always observe this tradition. During December 16 to December 24, we have this called Simbang Gabi, which is dawn mass. We go to the church every 4 o'clock in the morning from December 16 to December 24. Yeah. So our mom patiently waking us up, everything like that. So
she had you go to church even when you were very little?
Yeah. I remember I remember like as early as 4 years old, I know how to pray the rosary.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So like values of respect and polite is always observed in our family, especially when you are with, with old people, grandmothers, grandfathers,
Right.
uncles and aunties. We have this beautiful trait of asking blessing, asking blessing to those who are old, like aunties, uncles, when they arrive in the house, we ask blessing and we ask their hands, and then their hands we have to put them in our forehead and ask for blessings. And then they will say, God bless you. So like going out in the house and coming in the house, we ask for blessing for our parents and grandparents and the older people present in the house.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful custom.
So I am third in the family of 8.
Okay.
So I have brother and then older brother, older sister, and then me. So my brother is she always out playing with her friends and everything. And so my older sister, she is the favorite of the grandmother because she's the firstborn granddaughter.
Okay.
So I assume the responsibility of being the oldest. Like it's me who always helping my mom, like to clean, to take good care of my siblings. I love doing that. I mean, I'm growing up.
Okay.
I love being in the house.
But you said that you were considered the oldest, even though you're the third.
Yeah. I think I assume the responsibility of being the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah. It's me who help my mom. I don't want to go out because I'm always thinking of who would help my mom to, to clean, to. So I studied in public school during my grade school. We studied in public school during grade school. It's not that far from our house. It's like 15 minutes walk.
Wow.
So I'm just a simple student. And then in high school, because there were I think that time, the public schools, like the government public schools, is really far from our house. So we studied in a private schools, high school and college. So during high school, I didn't even have extracurricular activities, Peg. I am so happy with in the school, in the church, in the house. I didn't even engage in a sport and everything.
Okay.
So, growing up, that's my personality. I'm really an introvert person. So during my...
Wait a minute. You're an introvert person until you get to know the group, because we had an experience of you at that Super Bowl game a couple of years ago when you were quiet and timid. Then all of a sudden...
That's true.
That's right. So get you warmed up.
Yeah. So studying college, my 2 sisters, they were active in the parish and they were always asking me to join them, but no, I don't want to, and then when second year in college, I was convinced, they convinced me to, to go out and join the choir in the parish. Okay. So there I appreciate, meeting the youth, meeting old person in the parish, the priest and everybody else. And then there I met our sisters.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, in the parish. So they were in the pastoral ministry. They were in charge in formation in the parish. We have like different church organization in the parish. So I met them there. They were young.
There wasn't a parish school.
No, it's not a parish school. It's just a parish.
Okay, good.
So I met them. They were young. They were beautiful. They sing so well, It's really love at first sight,
Right, very good.
And then, I remember, Peg, that during my fourth grade, I have a nun teacher. And
Uh-huh.
then I remember, oh yeah, I told myself that I really wanted to be a nun when I
Okay.
met my teacher in the fourth grade. And then, I forgot about all that. And then it came back when I met the sisters in the parish.
Good. Good.
So, like, before I really wanted just to be at home. Now my parents is always looking at me. Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm always with the sisters. Our group, the youth group, is always with the sisters because that time their ministry is in the sectoral group. They were working with the farmers, with the fishermen, with the women, like community organizing, with the youth and with the scavengers and everything. So,
what
being
exactly,
with them,
Racquel, what exactly did the sisters do? They were with all those groups. It wasn't a school, but they just got together with them. Is that it?
yeah, like
okay.
our congregation is catering with that.
Yes.
Community organizing.
Community organizing, catechetical work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I was exposed to that apostolate. There were times, especially during summer, the sisters were visiting those community. And then we went to visit this really, really poor community. Their house were just like made of cardboards and scraps and everything. But when the sisters when we visit, and then we went to them to hear their stories.
Yeah.
Their dignity really lit up. And then they felt that the love of God is really there.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's really my turning point. I told myself, if I would do this kind of life, I think I would be happy. And even though I have so many fears, oh no, I cannot do that. They are, they.
All right, you keep talking to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot do that. Should I get away with my family? I mean, should I leave them like that? I know I am so really close with my family.
Yes.
So I have so many fears. Can I do that? I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Something like that. So then the sisters, I told them that, I am so fashioned by your lifestyle and by this religious life. I didn't know even. It's like I never got a chance to, to think of going to like a different congregation. I don't have a notion of that. But all that I want is I want to lead a life like this. Mm-hmm. So they encouraged me to.
Excuse me, were there other sisters over there, other kind of sisters besides the Dominicans? Okay.
There were many, like Franciscan. Okay. There were Carmelite nuns. Okay. And Poor Clares.
Okay. Oh, a lot.
There were many. Yeah. So they encouraged me to finish my study first, and then so what is very helpful to me is I had a sister companion who really helped me to journey and to discern what is really
wonderful,
the call of God to me. So she really patiently walked with me because it really took a long time, like maybe 10 years before I entered.
Well, you had to leave your family. Yeah, you were very close to your family.
Yeah. That's one of my first, I begin to have like nephews and nieces coming out one by one. I love children. I really love children. That's why, that's really my fear if I really, can leave my family. So I have so many reasons. And then at one point, after my college, the sisters hired me so that I could have a job, because I am telling them maybe I could help first my family before I consider entering. So they really find a way to help me. So they they give me a job in that
Okay.
in the community. So one time, like in 1996, so my parents and three of my siblings, their petition, because they have this petition going on that they could migrate here in the US. So when that came, so my sister told me, the sister who is joining with me told me, "Oh, did you see what God is really leading you? So now you don't have a reason to me that you have to help your family, your parents, and your three children. Three siblings are migrating in the US. So
Oh.
yeah, so and then I keep praying and praying, and then because that time uh there is an age limit in entering the congregation. So when I reached that age limit, I told myself, okay, Raquel, you have to decide.
Now is the
But
time. Yeah.
this is the time. But during those years, knowing the sisters, I'm still very active. I even uh I even joined, like, we call this third order, Dominican third order.
Right,
So I
right.
even joined that. So I am with them, always with them, working with them. Whenever there is a special occasion in the congregation, I'm always there.
How was it for
So
your mother and dad that you entered, or your sister, your brother, your siblings? How did they feel about that?
so my siblings who were left in the Philippines, they are not really surprised because I'm always with the sisters. The sisters are always in the house visiting and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
And then one time, like when 1996, my parents and my three siblings went here in the US. Then my dad always go home like every year. So one time when he was in the Philippines, I told him that I'm considering to enter like religious life, and then she told me, "Okay, you are old enough to make decision like that. I know you can do it." And then so he was he is not against it. He was very happy that I did find,
Right.
like, what would the path I'll be doing. So my mom, she always like call, and then like I am turning 29, 28, and 30, and then she asked me, "Are you not? Do you have any boyfriend?" She asked me. Oh, mom. And then that was the time that they planned to go home, and then I told her, "Okay, when you come home, I have a surprise for you." I told her. And then when they got home from US to the Philippines, the sister came, and then she was start crying and crying. I told her, "Why are you crying?" "Oh, this your surprise? I thought you're getting married," she told
Oh,
me.
so
And then I told her,
your mother was over here. Your mother was in the
yeah,
United States, in California. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So she was crying and crying, and then when she was talking to the sisters and everybody, and then she told the sisters, that my dream is also to be religious. She told the sisters, and then the sisters told me, and then I told the sisters, I never knew that she wanted to be to be a religious or to be a nun or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's a really really good story to tell.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is very much so. So when you visit your family, do you visit them? You're going back to the Philippines, but you're going to go to California first, right?
Yeah.
Now, who's in California?
Like
Your siblings,
my
yeah.
mother, and then uh like 6 siblings, one brother, and
Oh,
5 sisters. Yeah.
oh, they're all there. Well, five,
My
right?
older brother, he is in Singapore with his family, and then
Oh,
everybody else is in California.
oh, okay, okay. So you get to spend, and then you just lost your dear father.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was
Um. Yeah.
that
I
was
am
good
so.
that you were able to spend some time with him
That's
uh,
true.
before.
Yeah.
That had to
Sister,
be
it's
hard. Hmm.
yeah. It's hard but I am so blessed because I am religious. The congregation let me to spend like his last 2 months here in the world.
Yeah.
And it's very humbling experience to, oh my God, I want to cry.
Well, and how's your mother doing right now?
Oh, she's still,
Yeah.
She's still coping about that. At times, my sister told me that she's crying in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, at times.
She's going to be happy to see you. And then you two of you can cry together. That's hard. That's hard. Yeah. But it's nice. And it's even harder because you're all so close. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to be over there. You're going to be in California a little bit before you go back to the Philippines. Correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always telling my mom to see all the blessings. She got all, daughters, granddaughters, and everybody else is there. She is taken care of very well.
Yeah, you don't have to worry.
I don't have to worry, but she's still sad and in pain, of course. But yeah, so I am so.
You're blessed. So when you go back to the Philippines, what's your ministry going to be? Or do you know?
Well, I talk with my chapter prioress and my mission group delegate. I told them that I want to, that group, that sectoral group that I have exposed before.
Yes.
Because we are not really into that at this time. So I want to do that because that's my passion. And then I think that's the apostolate that I think I will be creative and be passionate about. And then I told them that I want to also help in the vocation team. So
good.
that we could have more vocations and everything.
That's right. You could send some over here, right?
But I'm also open with the pressing needs of the chapter in the schools or in the parish and whatever. But I told them that apostolate is my turning point, that I told myself I want to spend my life, but I never been assigned in that kind of apostolate. Yeah.
Now, you were in the community when you had the merger with the Adrian Dominicans. How was that for you? I mean, here you had your group over there, and then you merged with us. How was that for you?
Well, Peg, at first, we have this transition, but it's been like not readily felt.
Yeah.
Because it happened in 2012, and then I am assigned in Norway in 2013 until 2019.
Oh, you were in Norway. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I am away. So but I think it's like an opening, opening up many windows, many doors.
For us and you, for all of us together. Yeah.
It's a way of learning and unlearning each one and everything. And it's like it's a way of doing things in a many different ways, not just like what we used to do. And I am much more into it when I came here in 2020. So I get to know the sisters. I live in community with our sisters here in Siena Formation House.
You have a nice community over there.
Yeah. All the.
At least the last time I saw them. Yeah. We don't get to see each other too much. Yeah.
So the language, the culture, the way of prayer.
Yes.
Our community life, prayer life, study life. It's really.
It's different.
It is different. Yeah. But I am so blessed. I am humbled, and I'm so glad to experience, everything. And I can claim my, spot, my place here in Adrian.
Good. Yes. And you've had an opportunity to meet many of our sisters. It's too bad that we've had this pandemic because it's stopped some people from coming, and you could have met more. But anyway, you met who you were supposed to meet, and we met you. And there'll be many more times. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we close?
Like, one of my really moving and meaningful experience is when we celebrate our sisters who have died, when we have remembrance about them. I am so blessed hearing their stories, how they touch many people, students, parents, different sectors, and then how we celebrate life with a sister, having a friend sister, having a companion sister. That is really, really amazing. That's really, it's a very, very challenging experience for me that I am so glad to treasure. So my experience here in Adrian for the past 2 years is really, really a treasure that I could keep and use when I came back to the Philippines.
Good. And you are a treasure to us as well, because as we've said, we haven't been able to get to know our sisters from the Philippines. So this is another way that you're sharing yourself with us. And we are most grateful. And you have been absolutely refreshing. So I don't know what you were concerned about. It was a wonderful story. Yes, get to know you a little bit better. So thank you so very much. And know that our blessing and our love go with you as you go back to your family and then to the Philippines. And maybe someday I'll get over there. But you invite the sisters over there, our sisters, that we'd like to hear their story. So just get in touch with me, and we'll get some, even if it's 3:00 in the morning. I know the time difference is hard, but I can get up early or stay up late. So God bless you, and thank you ever so much for
thank you too.
For saying yes. Now go relax.